What's up, guys? It's Kevin with the Knife Doctor, and went to my post office box today, and lo and behold, we got another box. I'm gonna be adding a map to my little shop here, and I'm gonna be putting a pin whenever I get a box in. I'm gonna be putting a pin on where the town. This box is come all the way from Nicholasville, Kentucky, 529 miles away. It ain't too far from the Ohio border. It's right outside of Lexington, Kentucky. So we're going to be opening this up and see what kind of knives they sent. There's Brian Sherwood. Thank you so much, Brian. Appreciate it, man. All right. Here are the knives I emailed you about. I know Dad would be pleased that you'll make good use of these knives. I really appreciate your videos. I've learned a lot and look forward to the next video. Keep up the great work. I hope to meet you one day. Merry Christmas, Brian Sherwood. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it, buddy. Got a neatly wrapped. See what this one is. Whoa. It's an old Schrade. Man, look how good a shape these knives are in. Hear that snap? It's an old Schrade. Brian, man, thank you so much, dude. I love this knife, man. And that is a Stockman Schrade. It's got some age to it now. Ain't that so cool? Brian, dude, that's a beautiful, beautiful knife. Man. Awesome, awesome, awesome. See what this one is. Whoa. Oh my God, dude, it's a Benchmade. Look at that Benchmade. Brian, dude, that is awesome, man. I'll see why that spring don't work. This is going to be a fun... You know what, Brian? I've never worked on a Benchmade. Never. So this is going to be my first Benchmade ever to work on. I don't even know how they work on the inside. So it's going to be very interesting on taking this thing apart. And I know you can probably send this in to Benchmade and get it repaired, but I'm not going to do that. I like to work on them. Thank you, Brian, so much, man. That is a beautiful knife. Beautiful knife, man. Oh my God, dude. Wow. Look at that. That is a 1, 2, 3, 6, 1974. See the 6 dots, 1974. Dude, this is a beautiful knife. Beautiful, beautiful knife, man. Wow. Dude, Brian, this is an awesome knife, man. I love it. I love this knife. It's a jackknife. Awesome, 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 man. I'm shaking, man. Sod buster. Check that out, man. I love sod busters. Whoa. How many dots? 1, 2, 3, 6. It's a 1974 again. Check that out. Dude. This knife's in excellent shape, man. Got snap steel. Brian, thank you, dude. Thank you so much. Brian emailed me, and I'm going to read y'all the email, what he wrote about his dad. He said it was all right. But these are some excellent knives, Brian. Excellent knives. Awesome. thank you again, buddy. Thank you again so much. I'm about to read that email. All right, Brian sent me an email. This is someone, he shared some memories of his dad. So here's the email. He said it was okay for me to read this to y'all. So first, thank you for your knife videos. I found your channel a few weeks ago, and I think I watched nearly all your videos. I really appreciate your passion for restoring old knives. Speaking of knives, I have a few I'd like to send your way. I remember you mentioned a P.O. box in one of your videos, but heck, if I can find that video now, if you give me your mailing address, I'll drop these in the mail to you. All U.S. made knives, brother. They need some TLC and would be good for parts, if not for restoration. I'll give you a little history of these knives. They all belong to my dad, Alan Wayne Sherwood, who passed away from pancreatic cancer on September 10th, 2023. Dad was a U.S. veteran who served in Korea and is buried at Camp Nelson National Cemetery here in Nicholasville, Kentucky. I can't remember a time when Dad wasn't carrying a pocket knife. He gravitated toward a good case knife or Schrade and had his fair share of buck knives along the way. As a matter of fact, he thought every man worth his salt ought to be carrying a knife all day, every day. So it's not surprising that I've been carrying a knife about as long as I can remember. Dad's death has caused me to become even more interested in knives and knife collecting. It's a good way for me to remember him. Here's a picture of my dad and one of his custom knives he bought. There's his dad. This is Alan Wayne Sherwood, an Army veteran who served in Korea. Brian, I appreciate your dad's service, man. I really do. But these knives belong to him. All these knives belong to this man here. And if you don't know how humbling this is, guys, to be owning this man's knives and be for Brian, for you to be sharing this, man. Oh man, this email. Oh buddy, this is his custom knife one of his custom knives he bought. Sorry for the long email, but I thought you might appreciate a little history of these knives and who carried them. I miss Dad a lot, but am fortunate to have him. I miss Dad a lot, but am fortunate to have some of his knives and guns, which were his prized possessions. Blessings on you, brother. Brian Sherwood. Man, Brian, I'm speechless, man. I really am. Thank you so much for sending me these knives, and these knives will be cherished. They'll be put in my personal collection. They'll be passed along to my kids, my grandkids. Thank you again, buddy. I really appreciate this. I'm humbled, guys. That Brian, thank you, buddy. I don't know what to say. Thank you for thinking enough of me to take care of your dad's knives. These are all great knives, and I promise you they're going in my personal collection. I'll never get rid of them. They'll be passed along to my kids, my grandkids. So thank you again so much for these, and just can't say enough that y'all would think of me enough of me to send me knives like this, man. It's just amazing to me. Just amazing. But thank you again, Brian. I appreciate it, buddy. I'm gonna show y'all that map now, and I'm gonna be putting pins in every town for people who sent me knives. We're gonna catch up, and we're gonna put Brian's pin up there at Nicholasville, Kentucky. So I hope y'all enjoy this. Okay guys, here's the map I just put up. I'm gonna be whenever I get a package of knives in, I'm gonna put a little pin here into the map and show exactly where those knives come from. And again, guys, I'm so humbled to the fact that y'all send me these knives. It's just amazing to me, and I just want to thank y'all. But I'm fixing to catch up. I have 6 names to read off and put pins into the map here. So let's get to it. Okay, the first one I've got knives from was Mr. Warren Lindsay, and that will come all the way from Dublin, Georgia. I met him up there at the Georgia Bushcraft event. Right there. Dublin, Georgia, Mr. Warren Lindsay. Thank you, sir, for those knives you give me. The second name is Mr. Kelly Peters from Virginia Beach. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Peters. Virginia Beach, right there. Okay, the third name, he went by Tango Bravo from Scully Kill Haven, Pennsylvania, 892 miles from here. About right in there. It's 892 miles away. Thank you, Tango Bravo. Okay, the fourth name is Mr. Jim Kirby from Parkdale, Oregon. He's 2,695 miles away. It don't show it on the map, but in there. Parkdale, Oregon. Thank you, Mr. Kirby, for all them knives you sent. I appreciate it, buddy. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Fifth name is Michael Miller. He's from Wise, Virginia. This town is actually on the map there. 441 miles away. Thank you, Michael, for all them knives. Appreciate it, buddy. Then we got Mr. Brian Sherwood. Again, Brian, thank you for all these wonderful knives, buddy. Thank you so much. He's right south of Lexington in Nicholasville, Kentucky. 529 miles away. Thank you, Mr. Brian Sherwood, buddy. I'm going to cherish these knives for everybody. Thank you again. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I've certainly enjoyed opening these knives. These knives are just great. Thank you again, Brian. I know they belong to your dad, and sorry for your loss, man, this year. I know it was big. I lost my dad back in 2011, and knives always remind me of him too. So it's funny how knives remind us of our dads and granddads and Zippos too. I just look. That's what I love about them. Every time I see a case knife, especially a slimline trapper wood, that's what my dad carried all the time. It was a red bone, and whenever I see a slimline trapper case, it always reminds me of him. Every time I hear a Zippo, it reminds me of him, you know. So I can totally understand where you're coming from where knives, you can relate to your dad, man. Again, I'm humbled for me to be even receiving these knives, and thank y'all again to whoever sent, you know, the people that sent me those knives. Thank y'all. I certainly appreciate it. But I hope y'all enjoy the addition of the map. I think it's going to give me a good recollection of wherever I've received knives from. But thank y'all again, guys, for the knives, and I just want to thank everybody. The subscribers, the views that I have. Thank y'all so much. I'm just humbled. I really am. Thank y'all again, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And I just want to say God bless y'all. And until we meet again, y'all be like a good knife. Stay sharp.